We're back. We're fucking back. Oh, oh, I didn't mean to swear in the literally the first 10 seconds. I didn't mean to do that because the algorithm is like messing around and stuff like that. I hope you guys, yeah, you guys should be able to hear me. In fact, it probably sounds like I'm fucking screaming. Yeah, oh yeah, you can definitely hear me. All right, that's good. So, yeah, hold up. Don't worry, I'm not, just like last time, I'm not gonna be like here or anything like that, right? Right? There we go. Oh shit. Oh man, I'm fucking up in the game here. What is going on, everybody? Un momento. I just want to make sure of something. See, like it's so weird. What's going on, Kyle? What's going on, Ron? Scott, can you punch a hole through Sylvia's skull, hypothetically, as a joke in a video game? But Sylvia's my queen, dude. Like, she broke my heart, but I still love her, you know? That's the queen, that's what a nice guy does, is he sticks around while a girl that he likes is, feeling another guy, and is like, oh, it's okay. It's okay. You can be with that other guy. It's okay. It's alright. I still love you. Speaking of which, my wife is right here. She literally, like, you probably heard her alarm. She was taking a nap. Hello, baby. No, they can't see you. Big T asks, are you streaming the fight? No, because I will get copyright struck. What this is, in fact, you know what? I'm going to turn on the light real quick. Pardon me. There. We at least should have a little bit better lighting now. What this is a commentary stream. So I do these typically when I know somebody who's on one of these influencer boxing cards. I did it for, no, I didn't do it for Harley the first time, actually, because I didn't have a YouTube channel when Harley had his first boxing match in Creator Clash 1. But if I did, I would have. I did it for Sam, the Candyman. I did it for Brandon. I was going to do it for Froggy, and I decided that I would also do it for Harley. For Creator Clash 2. Typically, I wouldn't bother doing one of these for a card that I don't know anybody on. But Wings versus Boogie, right, is so, like, prolific. It's so prolific in terms of how just the people, right? Not just the people, but also who the people are, what they're about, and all this other stuff. My dog wants to go out. I'm gonna have to get up to let him out in a second. But it was prolific enough. It was historic enough as to where I was like, all right, let's go ahead and do this. So I'm on the Misfits Boxing YouTube channel right now, and it was supposed to start right at 12, but they're probably a little bit behind because the countdown, if you're watching along with me, it hit 0 and then it disappeared and then it went back up to 3 minutes. So they're probably trying to figure something out. And thank you, baby, for getting the the door. What's going on, Danny J. Bauer? How you doing, man? What's going on, Berserk? I'm shocked Wings showed up. Yeah, I'm shocked either of them showed up. It would have been real easy for either of them to just not show up, right? But I guess at the same time it's not, because look, being someone who's been involved with regional MMA, regional kickboxing, regional boxing, when you're not famous, there isn't a pressure that is there when you are famous, right? There's still a lot of pressure, don't get me wrong, but you have dudes all the time who they show up on fight day and they take one look at their opponent and they're like, nah, I don't like this, and they pull out. Either A, they fake an injury, or B, they're just like, yeah, I forgot something in the car, and they just dip, right? And it's like, okay, people are mad at that dude for like 2 hours, but then everybody moves on, because it's not like that dude matters. He's just fucking, he's just there, right? He's just there, he's doing his thing, and you got to do yours. So there's really no reason for you to even think about that guy after the fact. like it's actually kind of prolific that people will do that, to the point where when I ended up getting hurt the day before one of my fights and the doctor wouldn't let me fight, there were kind of whispers about me that people were like, oh, I think he might have hurt himself on purpose, or maybe he's lying, maybe he just didn't want to fight, maybe he's afraid, right? I like, that's how prolific it is, where when something like that happens, people, they just kind of assume that's what you did. In my case, and I do plan on telling this story for my Patreon when I do start a Patreon, which is coming very soon. But in my case, I was actually hurt. There was some stuff that went down the day before that resulted in me hurting my hand, and I showed up, and I basically tried to play a game with the doctor, because a lot of people don't realize, but before you can fight, you have to consult with a physician who's on site. He's going to take your blood pressure. He's going to make sure your hands aren't broken, that you don't have any cuts or abrasions that could be bad. When it came time for that, I basically tried to draw attention away from my injured hand, but he saw right through it, and he was like, nah, you're not fighting today, you know? Which sucks, but hey, it is what it is. Oh yeah, by the way, thank you everybody for showing up. I really appreciate it. If you could just drop a like, if you could share this anywhere you feel that it would be good to share, I would greatly appreciate it. You know, thank you guys so much. I've been getting a lot of love from everybody for a little bit now. You know, and I just have to say I really appreciate you guys. You know, for real. But yeah. I play/coach rugby, and I certainly have played with players and coached some who have gotten injured against teams when we were losing or it was a tough fight. Oh yeah, you know, it's real easy. Okay, this is kind of strange, and it's making me a little bit nervous. They keep upping the thing every time it ends up going. They keep upping the timer every time it hits 0. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna see what happens, because I'm watching on my TV, right? And I've never tried to watch a live stream on my TV. It's not, oh, duh. Yeah, I've never tried to watch a live stream on my TV. Okay. Happy Punch prelims live stream. Okay, so I might actually be watching the wrong one then. I'll go ahead and I will search for that. But yeah, it's real easy for somebody to be like, oh man, I stubbed my toe. I can't fight. Dude, I pulled my dick. My dick is pulled. I can't fight, right? It's real easy for someone to do that. And because of that, if like you do have a legitimate injury, people are going to look at you and be like, no, I think you're bullshitting, you know? But yeah. What I was talking about before that was it would have been really easy for Wings or Boogie to be like, nah, I'm not going. You know? It would have been easy for them to do that. But I think one of the things that was stopping them from doing that was the fact that if they did, people would be in their inbox day in, day out. Anytime they tried to do anything, it'd be, you pulled out. You pulled out. Oh, excuse me. I'm trying to find the, yes, here it is. Okay. This seems like the right one. Apparently it's live in 7 minutes. Fucking May 13th at 4:15 p.m. That must be fucking, English time or something like that. All right, let's get back to the chat though. See, I have to watch on my phone. I have to watch the chat on my phone. Yeah, bottom line though, Boogie and Wings, they could have played around. It would have been in character for them. They could have been like, "Oh, dude, I pulled my back or whatever," right? And the thing is, like, it would be more believable for them too, because like I could believe that they're fucked up right now. You know, I would believe that. So to see them here is very good. You know, it took me forever to try and get that out. I don't know why. Wings has win in his name, so my money's on him. That's the smart way. That's a smart way to do it. What's going on, Ben Dover? Uh, Funnily enough, injuries are way less common in my experience when we are winning. Oh yeah, you know, it's it's a psychological thing, you know. I played with some guy who faked an injury to a ref because he was busted. What do you mean he was busted? Um, See, like rugby is interesting. I never played rugby. I wouldn't say that I have an interest in playing rugby, but whenever I see it, I'm like, oh, cool. That looks nice. Um, I just want to make sure. All right, yeah, I'm not missing anything right this second. So live in 5 minutes. All right, I want to take a look at the card real quick, and I want to go through some stuff. I want to see if uh. Sorry, one sec. Happy Punch promo. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 fights for the prelims, and I have to say one thing about influencer boxing right now, right, that I'm not a big fan of. The length of the cards. Okay. UFC cards, the way they function is absolutely positively ridiculous, and it's terrible for the sport. It's terrible for the fighters, and it's not even that good for the UFC. Or it is good for the UFC, right? Because it makes them money because they get to fulfill contractual obligations and things like that. But for the UFC as a brand, it cheapens the UFC, right? You'll have the early prelims that'll start at like 2 p.m. on a Saturday. Then you'll have like, you'll have like the prelims. Then you'll have the main card, right? And it'll be like an 8 or 9 hour, sometimes even more affair. It'll be an almost 12-hour affair by the time the main event is over with, right? I live and breathe boxing, kickboxing, mixed martial arts, Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I live and breathe it, okay? If you see me on Fish Tank, right, when I'm just sitting there idle, my idle animation is shadow boxing. That's like I'll just sit there talking to someone like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'd like something from McDonald's. That sounds good. I know I shouldn't. It's bad for you, but maybe I'll take like a Shamrock Shake, right? I'll do that. I don't want to I'm telling you all this, right? So that I can illustrate the point that I love this, but I don't want to sit through 12 hours of fights. I'm sorry. Okay? I don't go to local MMA shows a lot of the time, right? Even though they are pretty good. Like there's a really good one around where I'm from. But like I don't go to it a lot of the time because the idea of sitting down when there's like 16 or more fights on a card, it's like, dude, I don't want to do that, man. I really just don't want to sit there for that long, Because watching fights, like, it's fun, it's nice, but eventually I just kind of want to do something else. And it's kind of been like that my whole life when it comes to sports. I've always wanted to do things more than I've wanted to. I've always wanted to do things more than I've wanted to watch them. Right? It's how it is with baseball, football, anything at all. Right? So to have Happy Punch, the prelims are 4 fights, and then there's another like 6 or 7 fights, potentially more, on the main card. It's like, guys, you got too much. You got too much going on, right? Again, I'm sorry. Like, for some reason, I can't get things out concisely right now. That's kind of a thing of mine in general, but especially not right now. I know that I'm rambling about random shit, but bottom line, there's way too many fights on these cards. Okay, I'm sorry. Same thing with Creator Clash, right? A lot of people think more is better, right? But in the case of a boxing card, less can actually be more sometimes. And this is something that boxing actually kind of has down, like pro boxing. If you go to a boxing card, you might have like 3 or 4 fights on the main card, and then like another 2 to 3 that are on the prelims, right? Not 4 prelims fights and then another like 6 or 7 on the main card, right? People are just They're just not that interested even in real boxing, pro boxing. Not that this is fake boxing, but I mean like boxing. The the stuff that you have the like legitimate talent at. But yeah, so Zuckles versus a mystery opponent. That's another one that I'm interested in. Okay, because apparently, from what I understand, this Zuckles guy has Muay Thai experience, and it makes me wonder who they're going to end up putting him against. These mystery opponents have sort of been ringers, right? The other mystery opponent that we've had has been B Dave, I think, versus Pineda. And they did that on purpose because they knew that Pineda was going to beat B Dave, right? So I'm curious who they have coming out as the mystery opponent. I would assume it's going to be somebody who is just as skilled as Zuckles may be with that Muay Thai experience. Some people are saying it could be Slim. Potentially, who knows? I just realized something, but it's not true. I thought the silhouette on the thing was doing his weird fucking his weird pose thing, but no, it's not. You know, that would have been too obvious. I don't know anything about Lewis Nestor or Callum King. Korn versus Unbear. That Unbear guy, I don't know who he is, but like I just saw that he only had a couple thousand followers on Twitter, which kind of feeds into what I was saying about the influencer boxing thing. It's like, at what point does this just become boxing? You know, am I allowed to lace up the gloves and like put a beating on Churdleys or something like that? I would do it. I'd gladly do it. You know, for a payday, like yeah, in a heartbeat. But I just find it to be a little bit interesting. From what this Unbear guy is saying about his opponent Korn, I guess he likes to mess around with like, you know, like he likes to mock religion to some degree. So I mean, I guess you could say that I'm cheering for this Unbear guy, but you know, I don't know much about him, any of them. And then of course Wings versus Boogie. I do believe that Wings is going to end up winning. For some reason, the live stream is not quite working just yet. It seems as though there's some kind of issue because, as I said, they were messing around a little bit. It seems as though they were messing around a little bit with the timer on the other one. I'm gonna go ahead. I don't think it's a bad name. I'm just like annoyed whenever I type in Misfits and the band Misfits comes up. I do like Misfits, the band, but like they're not exactly what you would call relevant, right? That's just how it is. Like bands, they wax and they wane. So when I type in Misfits, I expect boxing, and then I get fucking Dig Up Her Bones, you know? And I'm like, oh, damn it. All right. Huh. I don't know what's going on with this, man. It's pretty strange. Yeah. Everybody's basically calling it. Everybody's basically saying it's late. I'll go ahead and I'll check the chat. Oh, busted equals exhausted. Sorry, it's a pretty common saying in Ireland. Yeah. I think it's funny all the little slangs and stuff like that come about in English speaking countries and things like that, or like babe, Brazilians have their own slang that you won't get if you go over to Portugal, right?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, like I find that kind of stuff to be interesting. I don't like when it crosses the pond though. You know, you guys can keep your slang, we'll keep ours. You know, stay on your side with that. You know, I don't like that I'm seeing I don't like that I'm seeing Americans saying, "What are you on about?" or calling people mate and things like that. Like I think that's really stupid. You know, but it's what are you talking about and buddy. All right, we'll keep ours, you keep yours. All right, stay on your side. Yeah, quality over quantity. I agree. Shadowbox stimming. Honestly, kinda sorta, I guess. It's just I don't know what else to do in the moment, you know? Like I'm kinda like just trying to occupy myself. So I'm like, Geez, there's 38 people watching. Thank you everybody for showing up, for real, you know? Hopefully this thing will get going soon. All right. I'm I'm running out of things to talk about. There's going to be a point where I'm just like, all right, let's watch Fish Tank. But one last caress boxing league. I like that. I like that. Quit crying and pay for the pay-per-view. Who's crying? I don't know who's crying. Most people think the Misfits band are a t-shirt brand nowadays anyway. Yeah, pretty much. Yo, when's the fight starting? It was supposed to have started 20 minutes ago, but it seems as though it's late. Un momento. I'm gonna check Twitter and see what's going on with that. I'm gonna check the chat in here though. Somebody in the chat said, "Sorry to inform you all, both fighters had heart attacks at catering." Oh man, I'm gonna go ahead, knock on wood there. Oh, so we have ads now, which I would assume means that we're starting. Yeah. Oh, all right. Here we are. So I don't know if we're gonna get a tail of the tape or anything like that. Here's this dude. I forget what his name is. Where can I bet on this? I don't know. Oh, geez. I was reading the other chat, thinking it was my chat. Oh man, that would have been great if I had 29,000 people in my shit. Hey bro, I just started BJJ last week and I'm loving it. What would fighting style be good to learn for MMA next? Muay Thai, right? Muay Thai or boxing. You know, either one. Is that dude wearing a Sucker Punch Athletics shirt? I'm pretty sure that dude is wearing a shirt that comes from my area. All right, so we have oh wait, that's the history opponent. Oh, wow. You know, somebody called it that it was going to be Halal Ham. Wow. Whoever called that, good for you, man. All right, so this is Zuckles versus Halal Ham. Ooh, okay. Coming out hot. The jab isn't bad from Halal, you know. He's gonna tire himself out, though. Zuckles has to keep his hands up. Yeah, he's not keeping his hands up at all. You know... You see, somebody told me Zuckles had Muay Thai experience. It doesn't quite look like it, I'll be honest with you. Either that, or maybe it's like cardio kickboxing, or maybe he did it for like a month, so he doesn't remember it. Because that's kind of what happens with a lot of people who do Muay Thai and boxing and things like that. They do it for like a month or two, and then they stop, but they don't stop talking about how they did it, or they do it, or whatever, you know? Let's go ahead. But yeah, Halal Ham is looking good. The only thing I'd say is he's coming out a little hot. He should probably cool it a little bit. That was pretty quick from Zuckles, I'll give him that. But not that coordinated. That's why it's quick. Sometimes guys are quick because they're uncoordinated, right? And when you're quick but uncoordinated, yeah, sure, you're quick, but you're not throwing with power, you know? So one thing I do like from Halal Ham, I'm pretty sure that's him. I'm pretty sure that's him anyway. One thing I do like from him is that he's coming in, throwing the jab, and he's using head movement to get his head off the center line. That's how you throw when you're trying to move in. Other than that, when he gets inside, he seems to kind of just be like letting it go, and also in sort of an uncoordinated way, which, I mean, hey, it is what it is, you know? So, Zuckles, ooh, that almost landed. Zuckles needs to avoid the corner. He needs to use his jab to keep him out. Oh. You see, he needs to keep his hands up. He needs to avoid being in the corner. This seems like a small ring. It seems like a really small ring. He needs to use his jab to keep Halal Ham out. And he needs to not commit so hard when he does punch, because he's moving forward into Halal Ham's, into his overhand right. So that's smart from Ham, is when he ends up getting in, he ends up, putting him up against the ropes and just hanging on him, right? One thing I would like to see him do, though, is once he stabilizes, instead of just waiting for the ref to break, I'd like to see him disengage and punch on the disengagement. So when he's leaving the clinch, right? I want to see him set that up. He'll end up knocking out Zuckles easy with that. Mm. So somebody mentioned the adrenaline dump factor. Yeah. I think Zuckles, from a combination of just getting hit and not really knowing what to do and not really having anything he could do, I think his adrenaline dump hit really, really early in the fight. You know, part of the adrenaline dump is also it's also a what is it? What is it, baby? What is it? Yeah. It's a psychological thing. That's what I was trying to say. You know, like when you're losing, you get tired that much quicker. When you're winning, it's real easy to stay energized. You know, and that kind of goes into what I was talking about earlier with the rugby thing. You know, the dude who it was I believe it was Ron who was talking about I believe it was Ron who was talking about you know, rugby and things like that. Go ahead, I'll check. So, actually, before this round starts, what I would like to see from Zuckles is basically everything I said. Hands up, jab, 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 stay out of the corner, okay? What I'd like to see from Halal Ham is make his way in. When he does clinch, get out of there and throw on the way out. Because that's the thing, Halal Ham is the only one who's really actively clinching or anything like that. That was a pretty good exchange that, you know, Ham ended up getting the better of. You see, right now, if he disengaged and threw, he would have knocked him out. He would have been out cold. There would have been nothing he could have done. Because when Zuckles is ending up in the clinch, he's not even actually trying to tie up the hands. He's not trying to grapple for position or anything like that. He's literally just relaxing. He's relaxing and waiting for the ref to break him. And that's a huge mistake that you don't want to make. So what I'd like to see from Ham as well is I'd like to see him go to the body with that too, because I think Zuckles is going to start, if he hasn't already, getting used to having to defend the overhand right. And because of that, if he goes to the body, for one thing, he could really do damage, but for another thing, ooh, there it is. But for another thing, he's also going to get Zuckles to keep his hands down lower and lower, and it's also going to make him a lot more nervous. It's going to make him, you know, he's going to have more to worry about than before. You don't want to be one-dimensional, and Halal Ham is doing a great job right now, don't get me wrong, but he is fighting in a bit of a one-dimensional way. Not that Zuckles is doing that much better. You see? He ended up going to the body. I think he realized that the last couple of times he went to the head, he was only having varying success. So when he ended up putting him in the corner, he went to the body. Ooh, there it is. That's also smart, because when somebody's in the corner, they can move this way. Oh, wow, Zuckles seems to be having enough. So, as I was saying earlier, right, when somebody ends up in the corner, right, they can move this way. They can move their head. And because they're in the corner, they know that somebody's going to end up head hunting. So, if you end up going to the body instead, it can be really devastating, right? Oh, yeah, Zuckles is gassed. You can see how gassed he is. Halal Ham, honestly, he just needs to be patient, right? He's winning this round handily. No question about it. That was pretty good movement from Zuckles, right? He waited until Ham was committing to the forward motion, and then he used that to get out. But what I think Ham has to do is I think he just has to chill. I think he has to take it easy, right? He shouldn't burn energy either. There's no reason for him to be tired as well. He's handily winning this fight. That's smart. That's smart. You see, that time, I think out of frustration, that time he ended up throwing a few punches in the clinch, talking about Zuckles, of course. You see, he's trying to clinch a little bit more now from what it seems, but he's still not really... He looks unsure of what he's doing, talking about Zuckles again. So, it's 2-0. Ham is in the lead, you know, by my estimation at least. Keemstar's girl is looking... No, I won't make that joke. I won't make that joke. I was about to start talking about Keemstar's girl. Keemstar seems like a nice guy, and I'm affiliated with people that he's affiliated with. I don't want to be... It would just be a joke, you know, talking about his girl, like, oh damn, you know. But whatever, you know. What's it called? Keem seems like a nice guy too. That's the other thing. Like Keemstar is known for being like a troll and stuff like that, but like what can you say Keem has really done over the last however many years? You know, like 10 years ago he said some stuff. Oh no, you know, he seems like a nice guy now. He seems like he's doing really good stuff now. You know, um.
3 minutes is so long.
So it's 3-minute rounds. I didn't even realize. So all Halal Ham has to do, right? He just has to coast this round, and I think he knows that, right? I think he sort of understands that. He isn't coming out trying to kill him. He threw a couple bombs there. Ooh, okay.
Ham got a great shot to the face there.
What was he warning the ref about? I don't understand.
Right now, it looks like the experience factor is playing a huge role in how this is going. They're exchanging well in the early
So,
third.
yeah, I mean, I think Ham understands that he's got the fight. He's not going to go too hard, but if anything ends up being open, he will go for it. You know, he's not really moving forward. He's just letting Zuckles overcommit on his punches, and when Zuckles does that, he's throwing that looping overhand right, which I mean, it's really good. You know, it's a good strategy throwing an overhand right over the jab. You know. I think Wings versus Boogie is last on the prelims. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's basically the main event of the prelims, if you could call it that, right? It's the featured card. It's the featured card. The featured fight of the prelims, right? One thing I will say about Ham is that the way he's catching Zuckles, he should be putting him out. I don't think it's necessarily that Zuckles is that tough, right? He's tough, but I don't think it's that he's that tough. I just think that the way Ham is throwing his punches is not that powerful, right? And I do think it could partially be because of the size difference and everything like that, you know. But it's still something. It's still something to remember, you know. He's kind of throwing them like, I don't know if you can see, you know. I'll do it this way. He's throwing them like that. His arm's fully extended, like right there. You could see his arm was fully extended, like right there. His arm was fully extended, and oh wow, that's not even a little bit allowed. That is like, wow, that's a DQ. That's a disqualification. If he doesn't disqualify him, that's very wow, really. That's oh, they're taking away a point. 2 points? Are they taking away? I'm pretty sure I saw him do that. 2 points. I'm pretty sure that's what I saw him do. That's strange. I've never seen someone take away 2 points before. That should have, in all honesty, that should have been a disqualification because there's no spinning back fists in boxing. It's not a thing. If you do it, you will get in deep trouble. Okay. In addition to that, he tried to do a spinning back fist. He hit him in the back of the head with an elbow. Like, I do think that should have been a DQ, if I'm being honest with you. But it's not. Whatever. You know, I guess Ham gets to take his revenge now. But as I was saying before, though, Ham is throwing his punches like this, right? His arm is fully extended. He wants to make sure that he keeps some form of bend in his arm, and he wants to try and hit here, not here. And I think that's why he wasn't really landing with as much power as he probably could have. Because he's smaller, but he's pretty compact. And you can see he's got a little bit of weight on him, you know? What's going on, Joshua Tameo? I'm trying my best to catch up to the chat and everything. Hold up. Sorry about that. I kept messing up. All right, there it is. I want to try and catch up with the chat to some degree. I tried to buy The Last Misfits with Sam Hyde, and DAZN told me I couldn't because I was in America. That's really strange. I bought it. I tried to buy it, and they never charged my card, so I basically got a free event out of them. And my account is still active, so I'm pretty sure like I can still use it to some degree. You know, I find that to be interesting.
Thank you to everybody tuning into the stream.
I won't believe it until I see these two in the ring holds true more than ever for Wings and Boogie. Oh yeah, like 100%, 100%. Scott, are you going to help train Chris? Oh yeah, like if I can get in there and I can help train Chris, I definitely will, 100%. You know, Chris meaning Airsoft Fatty. You know, he seems like the kind of guy I would probably get along with. And you know, there's that. Where do I watch this fight? You can watch it on the Misfits Boxing YouTube channel. It is free. The prelims are free on the channel. It's streaming live right now. One thing I don't like about these events are the commentators. They're very disrespectful. None of these guys are pretending to be pros. Yeah, the commentary can sometimes be a little meh. I'll finish this after, I'll finish this after they, announce the winner. Sure, they'll announce it at some point. Right. You can see Astrid wet in the background. Jeez. So yeah, we all kind of knew that was going to happen. You know, no surprise there. Good fight on both of them. Zuckles needs work. Ham needs work too, don't get me wrong. But Zuckles especially needs work. I'm going to turn this down a little bit more. But yeah. One thing I don't like about these events are the commentators. They're very disrespectful. None of these guys are pretending to be pros. Yeah, they're not pretending to be pros, you know, and sometimes they can get a little bit too over the top in terms of the joking and the ribbing and things like that, right? Like me, like I was gonna make a joke talking about how like attractive Keemstar's girlfriend is. Not a joke, not because I think she's unattractive and I'm being ironic, but a joke because it's like I think it's a little strange to be commenting on the attractiveness of somebody else's girl, right? I feel that that's a line that's being crossed. It's one thing if it's like, oh, Keemstar's girl is a very attractive woman, like that's one thing. But if it's like, damn, she hot, she's sexy, that's like that's crossing the line a little bit, right? Like me, I'm very careful not to cross the line, you know. And these commentators, part of it is that they're just trying to do their job, if we're being honest here. They really are just trying to do their job, and because of that, they're crossing the line because they think it's going to be funny. They think it's going to be fun. They think it's going to help them to do their job. So even though I don't 100% like it all the time either, I recognize that they're crossing the line because they are just trying to be funny. And if you're not willing to go too far, you're never going to go far enough, right? That's kind of how I feel on it, if that makes sense. Did you watch the Canelo Ryder fight? Ryder showed heart. Do you think Canelo's prime is over? I did not watch that fight, and I'm actually not sure if Canelo's prime is over. How old is Canelo again? I think he's like 32, 33. I wouldn't say that he's past prime, but he's not a spring chicken anymore in terms of boxing. So it wouldn't surprise me, I guess, if it's starting to happen now, I suppose. But I'm not going to say yes, right? I'm just saying maybe. Maybe he's starting to get there, but I don't even necessarily think so. All right, we'll let them walk out and do their thing. I don't even know who's coming out right this second. When Sam fought, the entire time the commentators were saying how tired and poor they both looked. Yeah. I mean, I don't think the commentators have actually ever been in a fight. That's kind of the thing, right? So when they see a fight, they think it's like, oh yeah, dude, it's all good, bro. Wait a second. What flag is that? Hold on. Sorry. What's that flag that they're waving? It looked like another flag of a political group that I used to be aware of. And I was like, yo, what the hell? But no, it's not that. I was like, wow, he's really waving that thing? Really? They let him do that? Really? Anyway. Yeah, like, I think the commentators don't understand sometimes. Like, I'm pretty sure Keemstar is one of the commentators for this one, but I forget who it was for the last one. I don't think they truly understand what being in a boxing match is like, you know? Especially one like Sam and Thompson, because that was a war. That wasn't like a one-sided, like what happened a second ago with Ham and Zuckles. Like, that was a back-and-forth war where when I was watching it, I thought Sam was winning the whole time. But when I saw it from Brandon's angle, I was like, oh no, this was actually a lot closer than I had originally anticipated it being. Like, so to sit here and be like, these guys are in poor shape, they're tired, it's like, nah, shut up. Shut your mouth. I think Wings, I already read that one. How many rounds are the Wings and Boogie fight going to be? Let's hope and pray that it's 3 rounds. Let's hope and pray that it's 3 rounds, okay? Let's hope that they didn't think it would be a funny joke to make it like a 5-round fight or even a 12-round. Sorry, I keep kicking the table that my camera's on. I don't mean to do that. Are spinning punches legal? No, spinning punches are not legal. Mills Lane initially took 2 points for Tyson's ear bite. I didn't know that. I've seen the ear bite, but I never saw the aftermath of it. That's funny. That's it, Mike. That's my Mills Lane. That's my Mills Lane impression. This is gonna be a 2-pointer. Horrible Mills Lane. I know. But Kron Gracie versus Idubbbz in boxing. Who wins? Kron Gracie in a heartbeat. You know. Would you ever fight in one of these creator boxing events if you got the opportunity? Oh yeah, in a heartbeat. If it was one of the American ones, yeah. Especially, like, I would love for them to come to New England, right? There's plenty of places they could have one of these in New England, right? I would love that, you know. But yeah, I definitely would. You know, there's no reason for me not to. Rough and Rowdy commentary is mad disrespectful. Yeah, but that's because Rough and Rowdy, like, everybody's kind of in on the joke, even the fighters. They all kind of know, like, oh yeah, I'm a redneck. You know, I'm just going to mess around. Haha. Alright, but seems like we're about to start. Dude, I forget these guys' names. Nestor versus Callum King. Alright, so Callum King has the slight height advantage. I would assume reach advantage as well, but I don't know. Nestor seems like he's got some pretty long arms. They both look to be in pretty good shape. They don't look bad. But we'll see how their boxing is. That's what is important, is how their boxing is. Alright. So Nestor looks a little bit stiff, but at least his hands are up. One thing he's doing right away, he's a lefty, by the way, Nestor, right? He's throwing his jab and his other arm's coming out like that. That's really strange, and he needs to not do that. He needs to keep it here. Bang. Bang. So, what's his face? You see, I forget his name. Callum, right? Callum King. I'll just call him King. King looks very loose. He's bouncing around. He's moving a lot. But the thing is, a dude his size, he probably shouldn't bounce around and move that much because that's going to tire him out as time goes on. He'll get just as tired as Nestor will be being all stiff like that, you know? King doesn't have a bad jab from the look of it. I wouldn't even say Nestor has the worst jab I've ever seen. He keeps his hands up when he's getting hit, too. That's nice, and that wasn't a bad right hand. It seems like these two guys have a modicum of talent. Ooh, that was nice. I don't know if that landed or if he just got caught off balance, but that was nice. That was a solid double jab with a 2 right down the middle. I wouldn't say right down the middle. Actually, it kind of looked like a little bit of an overhand, you know, kind of a combination between the two. But so Callum is kind of playing possum. He's just throwing his jab, which is not a bad thing. I have a feeling he's probably to some degree playing possum on purpose just to kind of pick up what Nestor has, and also try to conserve some kind of energy. It's actually kind of getting boring watching Callum or King. Yeah, Callum King, that's his name, but it's kind of boring watching him just. It's like, all right, bro, it's a boxing match. Fucking, you got to box, dude. You're not boxing right now. So, I don't know who I would give that round to, because the thing is, I don't think anyone really landed like that. I guess if you had to do it in terms of who you think had the best moment, right? Who really commanded the round, I guess I would give it to Nestor, even though it doesn't 100% feel right giving it to him or anything like that. I guess you could say. You know. Oh no, that's Astrid Wet. Okay, she's doing her ring girl thing. I was wondering why she had the belt on. I was like, huh, that's weird. The ring girl has the belt. But then I was like, is that her? I don't know. It doesn't quite look like her. And then Keem was like, Astrid Wet. Is that her real name, Astrid Wet? I hope not. I really hope not. Alright. Uh-oh. Are we gonna have Ice Gate? Are we gonna have Ice Bucket Gate like in the UFC when they spilled the ice bucket and they were like, they looked like the Three Stooges trying to clean it all up? Is that what's happening? All right, let's go. Oh man, this is already taking too long. You're taking too long. They're getting cold, right? The thing is, like, a rest is good, but if you rest too long, you get cold, and all of a sudden you have to start up again, and you're just not the same, you know? All right, so let's see if King Callum ends up, or King, whatever. You guys know who I'm talking about. Let's see if King can pick it up a little bit here. Let's see what happens. Not a bad jab, but he ended up getting countered. Was that slipping from the water? King backed off. He shouldn't have backed off. He should have went. You know, he really should have went. Yeah, I mean, I'm liking both of them right now. Ooh, nice. That was nice. Oh, and a nice counter. Nice. Yeah, these guys both seem to be decently talented, and that's really cool. You know, I'm really happy to see that. So, what I want to see from Nestor is leading with his left hand, right? Basically, I kind of want to see the same from both of them, right? Because when you're fighting a lefty, you see, that's what I was talking about. I wanted to see Nestor leading with his left hand, because when you're a lefty fighting a righty, that left hand has a dominant angle that makes it really easy for you to slip it in between the guard, among other things as well. Ooh, nice. That wobbled him a little bit. But as I was saying, these guys both seem to be decently talented, right? I'd like to see Nestor using his left hand a little bit more. I'd like to see Callum using his right hand a little bit more. Oh man, he could have punched. He could have punched, but he didn't. I want to see them trying to work for the dominant angle, right? They need to get their lead foot outside of the other. So if this is one guy's foot, this is the other guy's foot. He needs to keep trying to step out that way, right? So if this is my foot, this is my opponent's lead foot, I want to step out that way, right? If that makes any sort of sense. I hope it does. So, that was a pretty good round. It was an entertaining round, compared to the last one at least. Nestor definitely took that one. King just, he's not opening up. The dude's got to open up more. He's got to take some chances, because there's a very distinct possibility that he needs a knockout. At the very least, he needs this round. If he doesn't win this round, then it could be 2-1. At most, he's gonna need a knockout, right? Because it could already be 2-0, if I'm making sense. basically he's got to go balls to the wall. You know, he's done enough energy conservation, right? Not throwing any punches for most of the first 2 rounds. He's got to go out there and he's got to hunt for that knockout. Boxing commentary in general is atrocious. Yeah. They don't make commentators like they used to. That's for sure. You know, part of boxing in the past was also listening to the commentators. You know, down goes Frazier. You know, and all that other stuff. You know, the commentary today is just not that good. You know, I don't know why Teddy Atlas is commentating still. You know, it's weird to hear his voice doing commentary. You know, does he still commentate anyway? Last I checked, he was, but he probably shouldn't. Expert commentary is one thing, but commentary for the sake of commentary is something completely different.
Those are not clean up at the top of the hat, side of the hat.
So King is just not. He's not committing. He's not committing in the way that he needs to. He just threw a cross out there just for the sake of it. And if you remember the fight between Salt Poppy and Bruckner, right? Bruckner got knocked out because for some weird reason he thought it would be a good idea to just go like that randomly, just out of nowhere, and he ended up getting starched because of that, right? If I do a breakdown of Salt Poppy and why he wins fights, which I probably will do at some point, I'll end up talking about how he ended up winning that fight. So King really needs to. He's just not doing what he needs to do at all. What are you doing? What are you doing, man? What's the problem? Okay. You don't stop and look at the ref like that. You fight until the ref stops you. Yeah. I mean, Nestor, like, don't get me wrong. This hasn't been the greatest fight that I've ever seen, but on a technical level, it's not that bad. And Nestor definitely wins, in my opinion. If they give it to anybody but him, I'm gonna go down there and I'm gonna have a talk with Keemstar. I'm gonna disappear. I'm not even gonna shut my stream off. I'm just gonna get up and walk, and you're gonna hear my voice on the commentary. I'm gonna be like, "Hey, Keem, come over here." All right, let's catch up on this. HBO was the goats when it came to commentary. Yeah, oh yeah, I agree. You know, amateur hour over at DAZN. Yeah. I mean, that's the fun of it. You know, that's where the fun is. Oh, Snoopy, my dog's in here. Oh, he's coming to hang out. Snoopy. Hello. Yeah. Alright, get the fuck out of here. I don't know if you saw his dick or not. I apologize if you did. I'm trying to catch up real quick. Canelo is 33 this year. Yeah, so I mean he could be out of his prime or getting out of his prime. That's a possibility. It's a distinct possibility, but I don't necessarily think he is yet. Because the way that we are today with athleticism and slowing down aging and things like that, there's a reason why Tom Brady was able to play football until he was in his 40s, right? Excuse me. There's a reason why even MMA fighters are able to fight into their 40s and things like that. It's not just because MMA is a little bit different. It's because you know, there's so many things you can do to keep your speed up, to keep your reaction time up, and all that other stuff. And granted, at some point, it's going to stop working, obviously. But, you know, it's not as bad as it used to be. You can joke about the fighters, but I don't like treating them like circus clowns. Yeah, no, like they definitely do deserve a modicum of respect for getting in there and doing what they're doing. Like 100%. Like I agree, you know. that Wade guy commentated Sam's fight. He trained MMA. Sam looks much better when he sparred you recently. He was really nervous when he fought his match. Well, yeah, I mean everybody's really nervous when they fight their match, and I don't like. I don't know that much about Wade Clem. Like, did he train in MMA or did he train in MMA where he did it for like a couple of months and he had a little bit of fun with it, but then he stopped. And now he tells people, "Yeah, I do UFC, bro. I do UFC, bro. Dude, you see this shirt? He's wearing a tap out shirt. That means I do UFC. Yeah. You know that Conor McGregor? Dude, like I'm like that guy, you know? I don't know which one of those it was, you know? It's one thing commentating on how tired somebody looks, but to sit here and like make it the focal point and it's like, oh, like it's almost like a haha, he's tired thing. It's like, dude, come on, man. So Nestor ended up winning. That's what I expected. That's what should have happened. All right, good for him. We're gonna see what's up next. Have you heard of David Morrell? He fought on the Garcia Tank card. Dude is a beast. Looks like a future world champ. Could beat Canelo. Yeah, I'll have to check him out. You know, thank you for letting me know about him. I don't think Wings and Boogie will go past the first round. Yeah, I don't think it will either. I really don't think it will either. Effective aggression wins rounds. 110%. You are correct, right? And Nestor was just more effective and more aggressive overall, right? But yeah, there it is. Jeez, you can see the platform that they're walking on doing that. Seems like it's starting to fill up a little bit, the arena. That's pretty cool. I think Teddy Atlas does color commentary. Yeah, no, he's behind the mic a lot of the time, you know. Big UFC knockout just now, actually. First round KO. Who was it? Who ended up getting KO'd? At Aid Oladipo 1. Who is that? And is this thing... Interesting. The stream seems to have frozen to some degree. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take a look at that and see what's going on here. I'm also going to stand up and stretch real quick because I can feel it in my back. My back. Oh, man. Yeah, that's strange. Yeah, like I don't know if you guys can see, you know, but hold on. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, never mind. It's back. It seems back. I don't know. Yeah, no, we're back. Huh, that's strange. It almost appears to be frozen. Oh no, and then there's another one. Okay, that's really strange. That's weird. Okay. Well, I guess we'll just chill till it comes back. Oh, yeah, here it is again. Like, it... Huh. Alright. So, I'm trying to figure out what is, I'm trying to figure... Wings shut the stream down. That'd be hilarious. Oh man. I wanna know who this guy is though that has his shit up there. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna look that up, right? I'm gonna see what that is. Because this could be a viral marketing stunt by the guy. Yeah. Apparently he's a sports broadcaster. He's got 20,000 followers. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, that is really weird. For some reason he's for some reason he's oh man. Yeah, for some reason the stream is just being strange. I don't know why it's like that, but it just sort of is. Oh, wait. Huh. Oh, you know what it was? The stream ended. It appears as though the stream ended. Alright. Hold on. I'll figure it out. I know what to do. Jeez. I probably... Nah. Hold on. Sorry, I'm just trying to shuffle some things around right now. They changed the stream. Previous one ended. Yeah, they definitely did. I'll go ahead and I'll check it out again on here. I have a backup plan real quick. Okay. So... Alright, well, for now, I'll chill here. I'm trying to wait for the ads to end on this fucking thing. But... I think it's back now. The chance to stream previous one ended. I will post like in your comments on Twitter if you want. Post a link. Yeah, I mean, if you want, like, if you want to post a link to whatever it is you want to post, you know, go ahead. That's fine by me. Hold on one second. Yeah, okay. Here it is. So, the first two, from what it seems, I just realized I'm like, here, jeez. The first two fights, from what it seems, were on one stream, and then I guess for some reason they have, like, you know, for some reason they just partitioned those, I guess, I would assume. I don't know. But yeah, if anybody wants to post any links or anything like that, feel free to. You know, that's all good. But yeah, it seems like we're back. Oh jeez, it's fucking Slim. Slim Albahar seems like a nice guy. He seems like the kind of guy I would like to be around. You know, seems like a positive dude. You know, I guess he's going down in weight as well, which is I guess good for him. Because people were saying, oh, like, I want to see him fight Salt Poppy. But Salt Poppy, not only is Salt Poppy going down in weight, but Slim apparently could go down in weight too. So, you know, I guess that's that. The link sucked. My bad. Nah, it's okay. I mean, I found it. Like, I found it. They started up another stream. They didn't, like... They didn't bother to explain to people how it was going to work. I just thought it was going to be one stream all the way through. Apparently not. Apparently they were going to have 2 fights. And then they were going to have this little guys hanging around thing. Dean the Great and Slim. And some other guy, I guess, right? They should have did this from the get-go. They should have, like... It shows that the first 2 fights were just like a joke. You know? And not like the fun kind of joke. It's like, yeah, these two fights don't even matter. We'll just have those, but then we'll start the pre-show and we'll go ahead and we'll mess around a little bit. You know, we'll do our thing. It's on the Misfits Boxing YouTube channel. You can go ahead, you can check it out. You know, it just started up a second ago. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to check out a couple of things on Twitter. I want to see what's going on with Twitter. Oh, boy. Some idiot streamer chick is calling Froggy Fresh an N-word, and not the N-word that we're not allowed to say. Right, but another N-word, right? Because of course, what else would a streamer girl do other than just accuse people of having mid-century German sympathies, right? Yeah, Keem just posted the new link. I don't know what happened. I don't know. Maybe there's an explanation. Is it canceled? The prelims aren't being shown if the fight is happening. I don't know what Nicholas Diorio is talking about. That's what Nicholas Diorio said. Bro, they're not playing the prelims. They really stopped the fight to have a bunch of dudes chat. Yeah, like, that kind of makes me nervous a little bit, I'm not going to lie. And that's something that I was kind of coming to the revelation about as I was talking about it. I was like, oh, wait a second, like, why would they have 2 fights and then stop and chat? Why would they do that? Like, I would like to think that they're not that dumb as to start the fights and then stop and be like, hey, right? But then again, I don't know, because they were dumb enough to have, when Jake Paul fought Ben Askren, they were dumb enough to only have like 4 or 5 fights on the card, but in between each fight, they had like 2 to 3 musical guests. Like, that was, I hope Triller goes bankrupt. I'm not saying I hope that, like, anything bad happens to anybody. I just hope that Triller goes fucking bankrupt. Alright? Because fucking, like, that was ass. That was not a boxing show. That was not a boxing card. It was a concert. It was a music festival with a couple of boxing matches in between. That's what it was. They had, like, Doja Cat. They had Justin Bieber. They had, like, Ice Cube trying to pretend like he isn't in his mid-50s. They had Snoop Dogg. They had E40. And it's like, yo, like, I don't care about these people, dude. I'm here to see fights. I'm here to see what I thought at the time was going to be Ben Askren beating the hell out of Jake Paul. But I would be proven wrong. I would be proven incorrect about that assumption, right? I want to, like, bottom line, though, like, it makes me nervous because it's like, why did they just decide that they were going to have this? Why was this a thing, you know? Could it be that they need to fill time because Boogie and or Wings were like, nah, we ain't, no, you know? It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Hold on. Alright. Here's Keem and Overt Flow. I want to hear what they have to say.
That's crazy. Talk about what we're doing on the prelims. We've got a couple of really good. You know, I saw Boogie, yeah. I want to talk about Boogie, if we can.
I'm already bored of this guy.
The nicest human being.
I was bored of him a while ago, but now Keem and Overt Flow are on there, and like I just want him to shut up, and I want to hear them talk.
This is the first fight Boogie's ever been in his entire
I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. I'll turn it up a little bit more.
completely different.
How did you do this? Like, you put all these fights together. You do an amazing job.
Baby
putting
Boogie
the fights
sleeping.
together. This one, I feel that the Wings and Boogie must have been a bit harder to put together.
My wife has some food, so my dog is like hanging out next to her. Can you get some mods in chat? Holy crap! All right, let's check out my stuff again. I'm expecting Boogie to have a mental health break. I hope not. Triller is bankrupt and gone. It just got bought out, bro. Good news. Good news. Fantastic news. There's a fight going on, but it's just show what? There's a really? Really? There's a fight going there's a fight going on right now.
There has been some debate of whether or not it's a minute, is it a minute 30 rounds? Where are we? Is it a minute or a minute 30?
What is it's real like they really
I think it's fine. I mean, at the end of the day, safety first, but I mean, it's boxing.
looking like ZZ Top Youth. Yo, they do got the beards for that though.
Do your job, make your way down that wrong way, kid. No, you're gonna go down the big way. I want you to go down that way, kid. Go on, make your way. You can go down. There you go.
Dude, there's a fight going on, but it's just these guys dancing around. Like, really? Are they that dumb to do that?
It's like a fashion runway.
Please tell me they're not being like stupid like that.
There's no stairs. No, so you gotta jump down. Anyway, let's throw downstairs to our huts, our MC, to kick things off for us.
Oh, okay, alright. Okay. Alright, okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for our next bout of the evening. Scheduled 3 2-minute rounds in the welterweight division. And now, making his way to the ring, Unbear.
I'm looking for something on my phone real quick, sorry.
All right.
Oh, haha, that's funny.
What's happening here?
They had him walk out to the corn song. That's so like quirky. He's so quirky and funny. Ha ha. Ha ha ha. No, but you know, I'll give this kid credit. At the very least, he's trying. You know, a lot of these influencers are just like, nah. You know, they're like, nah, I don't want to try to be entertaining. I just want to box, and it's like, we're not here to see you box. We're here to see you box in an entertaining fashion. So you better be entertaining. You know, like Harley's walkout was absolutely stupendous. Like that was the best walkout that I think I have ever seen, and it was so simple. All he had to do was just wait till everybody in the crowd was distracted. They were paying attention to the ring. He just sneaks in, takes a seat, and then bang, spotlight. That was amazing, you know? Stupendous. But, anywho, I'll go ahead, I'll catch up on my chat. I had a fight on my phone and the live on TV. Commercials are a good representation of society and culture. Whose fight is on now? It's going to be Unbear versus Korn. Oh, that's why he walked out to that Korn song. Him trying to be a fight commentator is laughable. I mean, I can't really hear what he's saying that much, so I can't tell if he's doing a good or bad job, you know? I would hope that he, oh, man. I would hope that he's doing well. And I hope we'll actually get a tail of the tape here. Tell me about the fight, bruv. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up with this. Oh, man. Dude, I forget that kid's name. But, oh, man. Dude, I love that kid. That's a kid who he got on stage at that like video game award thing, and then he recently started messing with Hassan. You know, he messed with Hassan. He was the landlord's guy, and they got Hassan walking away on video, and like the way Hassan walks is like a bear if bears were not ferocious. You know, like think of like a bear if it had the temperament and body awareness of like a mouse, right? If that makes sense. It probably doesn't. I don't blame you if you're like, what the hell are you talking about, Scott? You're an idiot. You know, shut up. That was like so hilarious to see, though. You know, even the liberals were making fun of him for that, which is like, that's how you know it's really that bad. You know, when your own side is like, wow, that's bad, bro. You're in bad shape. All right. So, 3 2-minute rounds, welterweight division. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. Sheamus. You know the name Sheamus is actually just the Irish way of pronouncing the name James. Did you know that? And Sean is just the Irish way of pronouncing the name John. So if your name is Sean, your name is actually John, and if your name is Sheamus, it's actually James. From what I've heard. All right? From what I've heard. If there's still any Irishmen in the chat who are like, no, you fucking idiot. You fucking idiot. It's not. Alright. That kid can legit teleport. He's everywhere. He really is, you know? And I can't wait to see what he's up to. I can't wait to see what he gets up to. And I would love to see him in some way, shape, or form collab with Sam. Because it almost feels like this kid could be like the son of Sam. Not that one, of course, but like you know, it feels like he the pranks that he pulls, the stunts he pulls, it's like vintage Sam Hyde stuff, like with the TED Talk, right? All right, so let's see what happens here. That Unbear guy, like, I don't think he's actually got that much clout. He's also got gynecomastia. He doesn't have clout, but he's got gynecomastia. He's got female titties, you know. And I would know because I actually have gynecomastia, you know. I guess there was some beef between these guys, and that's why they are fighting each other. But yeah, I mean, I'm rooting for the Unbear guy because from what I understand, this Corn guy likes to mess around with like Satan shit. That's just what I heard. And granted, I heard it from the Corn guy, so it's like, you know. We'll have to see, though. So, not really explosive from either of them. They both look pretty stilted. Corn looks like he's been fighting his buddies, like, you know, boxing with his buddies in, like, the backyard. Unbear looks like he watched a couple of boxing fights and he's trying to kind of emulate, right? What Unbear needs to do is he needs to move his head a little bit more, though. Corn is actually doing a good job of that, even though it's a little bit strange. I don't know if we're going to see anybody get put out cold, but it doesn't mean that it's going to be fun to get hit. These guys aren't that big in the first place. They're tall, but they're not, like, big dudes, you know? But they're just not, oh, man. You see, Unbear, he ended up throwing and Corn ended up biting on that, but instead of throwing again after Corn bit on it and he was in a weird angle, he just kind of stood there, and that gave Corn the ability to regain his feet underneath him and start throwing back. Oh, his name's Unbear? What the hell was that? What are you doing? That's
Or Zuckles.
you don't need to stop the fight to ask him not to do that. Like, he did it. It was his fault. He chose to do it. All right. If he wants to get punched in the back of the head, that's his prerogative, right? Oh. See, Corn is what's winning this for Corn is his head movement. That's really what it is. He actually looks like he's getting pretty tired. He looks really tired. I don't know if either of these guys really trained for it. I mean, clearly not, right? But I don't even think Corn is in like decent shape, you know. But what's winning this for Corn right now is his head movement. That's what's doing it for him. He doesn't really have power. The coordination of his punches is not that good. He just knows that when there's a fist flying at you, you probably shouldn't sit there looking at it waiting for it to come in. He knows you should, bang, 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 move like that. You can probably hear my dog barking. He's being a bitch, you know. He's to do that sometimes. He's technically not my dog, but obviously I'm gonna call him my dog because he lives at my place. He's my roommate. All right, that's what it is. See, not a lot of power, but it's just the head movement. That's literally all it is, So, what I would like to see from Unbear is I would like for him to just go balls to the wall in a real way. Because the thing is, Corn's head movement is there, but it's not there in the way that it needs to be. He's got one-dimensional head movement, meaning he moves once, and then he doesn't follow up with any sort of head movement, right? Any other head movement. He doesn't go here and then dip under. He doesn't go back and then to the left. None of that. It's just he either goes back or right or left, or maybe he goes under, right? And because of that, it can be pretty easy to catch him even with the head movement. You just throw a fake, get him to move, and then bang. You see, this is actually a better round for Unbear. I would give it to him thus far. Corn, you can tell he's tired. You can tell Corn is actually, like, really tired. What's going on? Or somebody texted me. Yeah, Corn is tired, and because of that, his punches, which weren't even that hard to begin with, they're even less hard, right? That was a nice little move from Unbear to kind of throw him in the headlock. It's not legal. He got warned by the ref in a very soft manner. Ooh, that was a nice overhand. But, oh, man. Ooh, I don't know, man. I don't know. Nah. I thought the fight was about to be over for a second. But, yeah, that was a smart move by Unbear to clinch in the way that he did, because that's just making Corn even more tired. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no. Unbear's got nothing left. I mean, Corn has nothing left. Unbear has a little bit of something, but he doesn't have that much left either. So he's got to be careful to they're going to the body. They're going to, oh man, that's pretty funny that they went to the body like that. I'll give him, that wasn't bad. Little punch after the bell from Unbear, a healthy little punch. So they're both exhausted. Corn is clearly more exhausted. You would think that they would have at least ran if they weren't gonna train to box. You would think that they would have at least gotten some road work in or something like that, but I guess not. It's ugly. It's ugly. All right, we know this. We can be honest about it. Right? It's an ugly fight. And this last round is gonna determine it, because the way I see it, it's 1-1 right now. It's really going to come down to who wants it more. If I was Unbear's corner right now, I'll be honest with you, it looks like he's giving him a bunch of technical advice and shit like that. I wouldn't even bother with that. I'd be doing the Rocky type, it's not about how hard you can hit, kind of inspirational speech thing. I'd be like, yo, one more round. You can take this if you want it. You got to want it, though, and I mean really want it. You got to want it enough to go out there, even though you're tired, and land. I want you to be aggressive. I want you to move in, and I want you to outstrike him. I want you volume. When he throws one, you throw 2 or 3.
Slow right hand.
Nice, slow right hand.
These punches are
Nice. Ooh, nice. It's pretty even right now. I mean, we're not even a minute into the round, but it's pretty even. Like when it's 1-1, literal like seconds determine the round. Meaning like if Korn has a good 5 to 10 seconds, the round will be his. If Unbear has a good 5 to 10 seconds, the round will be his. Right? And they both clearly are trying as hard as they can. You know, there may not be much left in the tank, but I got to respect that they're both going out there and they're both really just trying to land whatever the hell they can. They're throwing ham hocks at each other. They're not worried about anything other than just, I want to win this. I have to land punches. Oh, man. Uh-oh. That was a smart move. That was a smart move on Unbear to clinch. 30 seconds. Oh, man, I think Korn's out of it, man. Oh, man. Yeah. I wanted Unbear to win it first, and I still kind of do, I guess, but I also kind of don't want Korn to lose. You know, because they're both, like, it's ugly. All right, we knew that from the first round, but they are both extremely tired, but they're not giving up. They are not giving up. And frankly, the way I see it, this fight could go either way. I would probably give it to Unbear, but I wouldn't even be mad if they did give it to Korn. I'm going to be honest with you. They both wanted it. They both fought as hard as they could. And they left it all in there. You know, and for that, I have nothing bad to say about either of these guys. You know, really good job. I'd love to see them both work on it. I'd love to see them both do some road work next time. I'd love to see them get in the gym and really work hard. And I'd like to see them come back and do their thing, you know, bottom line. Let's go ahead. I'll check the chat while we wait. Korn wins, I think, potentially. What's it called? Yeah, I mean, potentially Korn could win. Like I said, I think Unbear gets it. But I wouldn't be mad if they gave it to Korn. How are skinny dudes so out of shape? I mean, you can be in shape, bro, but there's no shape like boxing shape. Plus, some people are just skinny. That's just how they are. You know, my coach is like that, where, like, he could, if he wanted to, he could eat, like, 2,500 calories a day, and he wouldn't get fat. He'd just put on muscle. You know? Oh, excuse me. I'm not a nutritionist guy, right? So the numbers I just gave could have been bullshit. But, like, my coach, I'm pretty sure they call it an ectomorph or something like that. That's the body type that he has. He just does not put on weight. It's just not something that happens with him, you know? Me, I put on weight, you know? It happens. But I also lose weight really quick when I start losing weight. I've been dropping, like, 5 pounds a week, basically. You know, for the last, like, 2 to 3 weeks. It's kind of been crazy. Sorry, one sec. Jeez. If Artem Lobov can beat a former world champ in BKFC, wonder what better guys would do. Well, BKFC is different from boxing. It's a different dynamic, and a lot of people kind of underestimate that difference. And that's why he was able to beat Paulie Malignaggi, right? That's who the former world champ was. Plus, and I hate to say this, but not all world champs are created the same. That's like a Michael Bent, right? He ended up upsetting Tommy Morrison in the early 90s, and he ended up winning the WBO championship. And he lost it a fight later, right? It was basically like a fluke that he won. He landed one lucky shot, and like the fight was his. Nobody's talking about Michael Bent. Nobody cares about him. When people think of champions, no one's like, oh yeah, Michael Bent. Yeah, like Michael Bent. Oh yeah, you know, nobody's thinking like that.
We just saw a thumbs up all the way.
What's it called?
Yeah, a lot of traditional boxing, they really.
Watch this stream randomly end too right before Wings and Boogie. Knock on wood on that one. Tyler Goodjohn versus Tony Soto was pretty awesome last night. Goodjohn got robbed, but still good fight. Was that in BYB, Backyard Brawls, or was that BKB over in England? I'm not sure. I know Goodjohn tried to fight for BKFC, and he did like once or twice, but he didn't. Hold on, let's listen.
Judge Ian John Lewis scores the bout 30-27 for Callum.
Oh, man.
Gareth Morris scores the bout 28
Unbear's like, what?
to 28 for Unbear. And
He's confused, and I don't know why.
Scores the bout 29-28, and your winner by split decision, the one, the only.
Oh, man. Yeah. Like I said, I thought he was going to win, but I wouldn't have been upset if they gave it to Korn. You know, I think he's confused, right? Hold up 1 sec. I want to check something. Sorry. All right, that's all good. I thought my camera shifted, right? My wife's chilling over here. I don't mind her like, talking and stuff like that, but like I don't want her on camera. I don't feel that it's good to be like, "Hey, this is one of my loved ones. Here you go." There's a certain boundary that I want to enforce with this internet shit, But yeah, Unbear seemed a little bit surprised. I wasn't. I think, I don't know. Maybe he thought he deserved unanimous. Maybe, I don't know. Or maybe he thought he didn't deserve a win. Who knows? But either way, it was an alright fight. But we have what we're all here for coming up next, and that is Wings versus Boogie, and I cannot wait to see it. We're gonna go ahead though. Tyler Goodjohn, he fought for BKFC like once or twice, but then he had issues with the company, and because of that, he's not fighting for them anymore. I'm pretty sure that's how it was. I think I'm pretty sure. I don't know. But yeah, August 5th. Maybe I'll do that one too. Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz, because that's a pretty big one. Maybe I'll stream for that one as well. We'll go ahead and we'll check that out. But they fought in Greenville, South Carolina last night. Soto was fighting out of Hickory, North Carolina, and Goodjohn, being from England, has the crowd in his corner. Yeah. Goodjohn. Oh, he fought for BKFC last night. Oh. Well, that's good. I guess that's good. All right. I want to listen to this.
Oh shit! Milkshakes, plenty of sleep. Never walk. Get an Uber everywhere. I am a Liverpool fan. You never walk alone. How do I get to this level of greatness? Here's what you do. You start a World of Warcraft account and you never log off. That's what I did. You know what? I started, but I logged off. Oh, that's the problem. That's why I made the mistake. Don't worry, man. Still here. Don't worry, back at my team. Okay, so how's the training been going for this fight, man? Oh, it's been going wonderful. I dropped 36 pounds. My endurance is going through the roof. Like, I took this shit serious.
My endurance is going through the roof.
I've been doing 50 minutes on a heavy bag.
All right, pal.
20 reps of farmer's walks, and I walk 45 minutes with my beautiful wife over here. That's that wife in the back. She try hide, but don't worry, she's there. What about you? How's the training been? How's the camp on? I'll be honest with you, man. It's been slow training, but I got into the swimming pool at first. Really got some moving going. Where it's nice being weightless for a change.
Lightless.
And then finally started hitting the bag, and that's been my passion. I just set it right next to my TV every single time.
You see, if you watch the video that I put out yesterday, I'll set, like, if you watch the video that I put out yesterday where I was reacting to the Keemstar video, where the 800 pounds one ring video that he did, the documentary, I believe I end up mentioning that I have a strong feeling all he did was hit his heavy bag, and that's it. That's it. That's all he's been doing. And because of that, I don't think Boogie's going to be able to put hands on Jordy. I'm not saying that it will most certainly 110,000% not happen, right? Obviously it can, and it probably will to some degree, but I think he's going to have a hard time with it. I think he's just going to have a hard time overall, and he's not going to be able to really damage Jordy in the way that he wants to. Now, he does have power, and I think he's got power that Jordy, Wings, doesn't even necessarily have himself, right, if I'm being honest with you. But the question is he going to actually be able to hit Jordy with it? Because Jordy, the way he's been moving, the way he throws, he looks like a boxer, right? Boogie looks like he just likes to play Wii sports and shit like that, if I'm being honest with you. To be fair, he did hit pizza boxes too. Yeah, I guess you're right. He did hit some pizza boxes. All right, you are correct about that one. Start doing street beefs. I'm not a big fan of the idea of street beefs. Plus, like, I don't want to have to travel too far just to fight for no money. Right? I don't think they get paid well for street beefs. If they do, that'd be a big surprise to me. Right? I think street beefs is a lot like Rough and Rowdy, where they're just like, hey, if you want to fight, if you want to fight, you could go ahead. We'll give you some big ass gloves. You could go for it. You know. What's Wings gonna do when Boogie pulls a gun? He's gonna tell him to fire a warning shot. Fucking. Yeah, Boogie can hit. Boogie can't hit, and Wings has some form. True. Watch this. Oh, geez, I'm reading stuff that I've already read. I'm trying to make sure that I don't miss too much of anything, right? Because, you know, part of the reason why I do these live streams is so that you guys can talk to me and I can talk back to you in live, live action, I guess you'd say. They're only fighting 1 minute rounds instead of the minute and a half now. That's probably a good thing. That's probably a really, really good thing. What was I gonna say? Is that shoot, that's not Gideon, is it? Oh, it is. I haven't seen that much of Gideon. I don't watch his stuff, so. This whole, like, hey, let's have people who can't sing do the national anthem thing is, like, really stupid. You know, it's not funny. It's been done way too many times, you know. Like, it dates back to, like, Roseanne Barr doing the national anthem. You know, she did the national anthem in, like, a god-awful way. We're so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting. I'm not a singer either, right? I don't have a good singing voice, all right? My wife lies to me and says that I do, but I don't. You know, I don't want to sit here and be like, no, you see, he's not hitting the note the right way. But, like, it's just like, dude. Come on, man. It's not funny. It's just disrespectful for the sake of disrespect. You know? Like, because you can't sit here and tell me that it's not meant to take the piss out of the national anthem. Like, it is, you know? And it's just like, look, I'm not gonna be like, you salute that flag. That's not like, excuse me. That's not like my thing either. It's like, you're gonna do what you want to do, whatever. I don't care. But like, yeah, you're right. 3 1-minute rounds, but it's just like, like, it's pointless. It's stupid. It's not funny. Like, stop making bad jokes repeatedly. Okay, a bad joke is forgivable. But when you keep making the same bad joke all the time, you get to a point where it's just like, yo, dude, shut up and get away from me. And somebody's walking out to Riding Dirty. It was Boogie. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, man. Oh, man. That was... Dude, that was great, bro. That was great, Boogie. 10 out of 10 on that one, man. I love that. Good job. Good shit. Is that a Chase D'Amour with him as well? That's pretty hilarious if that is. Oh, man. I just can't believe he fired the gun in the air. That was a very Muay Thai thing to do. Dude, that's great. Excuse me. somebody talking about Hassan earlier. I'm trying to catch up on stuff right in the downtime. Somebody said that Hassan had the Daffy Duck butt shaker walk, and yeah, that is such a good way to put it, dude. Boxing should be without gloves. Bear boxing has exposed a lot of boxers as not having that much dog in them. Yeah, it's not even about the... hold on. I'll respond to that after. Dude, he's really rapping. That's pretty legendary, too. Rapping on your way out. That's never been done before. I'll give you that. I'm liking it. I'm liking them thus far. Oh man, that's good. That's good. But as I was saying, it's not that a lot of these boxers don't have that dog in them, right? It's that their style of boxing is meant to win boxing matches. It's not meant to win fights. Bare knuckle fighting is a fight. That's why they call it bare knuckle fighting championships and not bare knuckle boxing championships, because it's not it's a boxing match, but it's not that type of boxing match. And as you can see, Boogie has already taken a seat. Boogie walked out, climbed the stairs, and he took a seat immediately. Is Wings taking a seat too? I think Wings might be taking a seat as well. No, he's not. No, he's not. But yeah, boxing is a fight, but it's not a fight in the way that like bare knuckle boxing is. Just like it's not a fight in the way that MMA is, right? And a lot of guys who are in boxing, they're meant to win boxing matches because that's their job, is to win boxing matches, right? They're not worried about winning fights. They may think they are, they may be convinced that they are, but not really, you know. Floyd Mayweather doesn't win fights. He wins boxing matches. He for the latter half of his career, he didn't knock people out. He just outpointed them, you know. Even GSP at a point wasn't worried about winning fights. He was just worried about winning MMA fights, MMA matches, right? Because he wasn't knocking people out. He wasn't submitting people. He was just outpointing them, right? And that's kind of what fighting has become a lot of the time. And this is actually something that you can hear about in Jack Dempsey's book. I forget exactly what it's called, but it's like championship fighting, something aggressive defense, right? But we got the important shit on right now. Maybe I'll talk about that later. Jeez, this is a trip, dude. This is a trip. Yeah, let's pray for a safe fight. Really, I'm praying for a safe fight. Oh, man. All right. Real quick. Scott, if Sam versus Hassan happens, how do you think it'll go? Hassan will get his ass beat, and he'll be a laughing stock, and that'll be that. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, man, this is crazy, dude. This is crazy, dude. Oh, man. Bang, bang, bang. Boogie, you can tell he's never been hit. So he's like, oh, geez, what the hell's going on? Oh, man. Oh, man. You gotta throw something, man. You gotta throw something, dude. Throw something. Please throw something. They gave him a standing 8 count, which I don't even blame him for. Give him a second to kind of just chill and see if he actually wants to keep going through with this. What's going on? Oh, he's pulling up the pants. He's pulling up the pants. Dude, you gotta throw something, Boogie. See, this is exactly what I thought was gonna happen. Jordy is actually boxing. Boogie is not boxing. He's just sort of standing there, right? He walked forward into a couple of shots. You know, it is what it is. Hopefully, after the shorts debacle is fixed, Boogie will start throwing some punches, because I don't want it to be an absolute murder. I do want to see Boogie land a little bit, right? I think that'd be a good thing. But you know, he's just got to throw. Bottom line. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is. I want to see him put tape on the nipples and then go down to the shorts like it's overalls. Like it's overalls. Like it's a nipple garter belt or something like that. That'd be hilarious. Oh man, that's wow. All right. Oh man. All right, Boogie. I'm rooting for you, bud. I'm rooting for you. I still think Jordy's gonna win, but I want to at least land one good one, dude. At least land one good one. Come on, throw, dude. Throw something. Throw something. Stop turning your head backwards, dude. Throw something, man. Throw something. All right, we got end of round 1. It lasted a round. It lasted 1 round. And you know what's hilarious? They don't look half as tired as Korn and Unbear. Dude, Jordy, Wings is standing. He isn't even taking the seat. Like, yes, good job. You got the dudes before this, halfway through the round, they're like, fucking these two though, they're good, you know, they're fantastic. Boogie has never been hit in the face. Imagine how bad his pride must feel. Oh yeah, he's in shock and he doesn't know what to do. And hopefully this minute rest, I would assume it's a minute rest. Hopefully this minute rest will give him some time to get mad. Hopefully he'll get mad and he'll be like, whatever, even if I lose, I want to land once. Alright. These dudes are not even gassed for some reason. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Jordy's going body, head, body, too. That's funny. You see, Boogie's trying to turn it into a grappling match because he's afraid to hit. He's afraid to punch. Oh, man. That's a second standing 8 count. I wouldn't have even blamed him if he just ended it, because he's not intelligently defending himself, you know. Now Boogie's upset. He doesn't really have a right to be upset, though. You know, he doesn't have a right to be upset. He doesn't. The way he was fighting. He wasn't fighting is the issue. He wasn't fighting. Bottom line. Excuse me. Sorry about that. But yeah, Boogie was not fighting. It is what it is, right? At the end of the day, if you're not going to protect yourself, but what's more, if all you're going to do is turn away and turn the back of your head towards the guy who's throwing punches at you, that's not good, man. That's not good at all. You know? Fucking. That sucks, you know? That's alright, though. I understand the disappointment. I understand why he would feel disappointed and how disappointed he feels, because I got beat up pretty bad in my first fight, too. You see he got hit in the back of the head, and it's not Wings' fault that happened. It's Boogie's fault, because he turned this way. If he didn't turn that way, he would have got hit here. But since he turned this way, notice I didn't move my hand, he got hit here. Which actually, that's not even technically like completely the back of the head. You can hit here, right? But it's getting close, right? He's exposing vulnerable areas. Who's the dude on the left who looks like he's the son of he looks like he's the son of Overt Flow and Hassan. That's kind of what he looks like to me, you know?
Referee Shane Nestor starts the contest, and therefore your winner, Wings.
I told you. What I tell you. I hope you guys bet the house. I hope you guys bet the house. All right. I take donations. All right. You can hit me up for my PayPal. You can send me a portion of your winnings if you bet because of what I told you. All right. What I tell you. Oh man. Yeah, I mean, really good job to Wings. Good job Boogie for getting in there. Like I said, I understand they have to remove the supports for the ring to let him get out. That's insane. Yeah, I understand the disappointment of getting beat up in the way that he did in his first fight. It happened to me. It sucks. It's not fun, man. But, it is what it is. I just hope that he's able to kind of be as chill as he can be, right? Are they really trying to compare soccer to boxing? Because if they are, that's, like, ridiculous, It's like, oh, women's boxing is the same as women's soccer. You should watch all of them. And it's like, no, I won't. Women's boxing is not that good, if I'm just being honest with you. Neither is women's soccer. Right? It's just like, whatever, bro. Like, I'm not interested. I don't care. But, excuse me. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I'll say it again. Congratulations to Wings. That's what I thought was going to happen. I just hope that Boogie is able to kind of shake this off to the best of his ability. He's going to be fucked up for a little bit. He's not going to like it for a little bit. Let's be real. But it is what it is, All right. Scott it up. Why are people saying Scott it up all of a sudden? I've seen people saying that. I'm not like, oh, I don't like it. It's just like funny that it's just like out of nowhere people are saying that to me. Start up Pajit beefs and get that T-Series clout. That may not even be a bad idea. That might not be the worst idea that I've ever heard. Wings has like 4 inches reach advantage. Yeah, but the reach advantage wasn't that big. Or it's not that it wasn't that big. It wasn't that much as to where it really should have or would have had an effect, right? The way that Wings was fighting, he was stepping into Boogie's range to throw punches, right? If Boogie moved his head even just a little bit, or practiced trying to catch punches, right, on his gloves and his arms, then he probably would have had at least a little bit better success. But he didn't do that. He just stood in front of the heavy bag, and the heavy bag started punching back. Boogie will mess up Wings like Poppy did Warski, and then he'll call out Hassel. Dude, I would have loved that. I would have loved if Boogie came out and just two-pieced Wings and then was like, Frank Hassel. I don't know if I'm gonna get on Fish Tank again soon, but if I do, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let Frank know that Boogie got messed up. It's Boogie's fault. He's the only person responsible for his defense. He needs to know that. Oh yeah, 100%. Somebody said Boogie didn't even try. It's not that he didn't try, it's that he's never been hit before. So when he got hit, it was such a shock to him that he just legitimately didn't know how to react at all. Like, that'll happen. Just is what it is. Exit up is a joke from Sam Streams. Oh, I didn't know that. The women just don't sell tickets. End of story. Exactly. They just don't. They just don't sell tickets. Scott it up or the unaffiliated Craigslist burglar will get you. Exactly. You never know when I'm gonna appear. You never know. You never know what I'm gonna take from you. Frank has a phone. Oh, so he's probably in the bathroom. Like, he was probably in the bathroom watching this. Everybody's like, "Yo, where's Frank been? He's been gone for like 2 hours." Like Tyson said, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Yes, that is true. Jet giving them the rundown right now. Really? Oh man, I wanted to be. I mean, it's like somebody said. Frank has a phone in there, so he probably knows, right? But I wanted to be the one to be like, yo, Frank, Boogie got fucked up. Oh, excuse me. The women on Rough and Rowdy are fun to watch. Yeah, because those women aren't trying to be high-class athletes. Like, that's why, right? That's why women's sports is not as popular as men's sports. It's not like a wage gap thing or like a people hate women thing. People love women. People love women more than they love men. I mean, like, I like women quite a bit, right? But when it comes down to it, when you want high-end athleticism, when you want the biggest, most athletic people that you can find, you're not going to go to a women's sports league. You're going to go to whatever the highest male sports league is, right? And because of this, when it comes to women's boxing, people just really don't care that much. It's just not something people really care about because you're not seeing the best do it. You're seeing not even the second best, not even the third, fourth, fifth, sixth best, right? The top fighters in the women's divisions would probably not even be in the top 100 of the men's divisions, if we're being honest. And that's how it is with most sports. So because of this, people are sitting here and they're like, well, I mean, this is like Little League boxing. And, like, I'm not saying that because, like, oh, like, aha, these women are idiots, they don't deserve respect. Like, no, they deserve a lot of respect, right? I'm looking at Shields versus Gabrielle's, whatever, 2. They both deserve so much respect for what they're doing. But when it comes down to it, I'm sorry, but I'm just not that interested in watching because if I want to see the best boxing out there, I'm not going to tune into that because it's not. They're not even in the top 100, as I said. Look up Lucia Riker versus Somchai JD or JD or something like that. It's like Jaidee, right? Lawrence Kenshin had a video on it. Basically, it was the literal best female kickboxer to ever live. She went undefeated throughout her entire kickboxing and boxing career. The entirety of it. She ended up fighting a man, basically in this little experiment, right? She wanted to prove that girls can hang. Girls can hang, baby. If you and I fought, you would beat my ass. Mm-hmm. Yep, yes. It had happened. She'd kick my ass. Because she's got that girl power, right? That's what Lucia Riker was trying to do, right? So they took her, the best female boxer, and maybe not boxer, but the best female kickboxer to ever exist. And they put her up against some dude who, like, nobody knows about, nobody even remembers. The most he did with his career was this fight. And she ended up getting rocked. She got her shit pushed in. She thought she'd be cute about it too. She cut her hair nice and short, right? The only way you really knew that it was like a girl when you were looking afar was the tank top she had on to make sure that, you know, it wasn't just her bare chest wasn't exposed, right? She ended up getting walloped. And again, this is the best female kickboxer to ever exist. And I'm saying that like it's fact, you know? It's really hard to argue that anybody else was better than Lucia Riker. And she got murked, right? Look it up. Like I said, Lucia Riker versus Somchai Jaidee. You can find it on you can find a breakdown of it on Lawrence Kenshin's channel. And you know what the cute thing is? This happened in, I believe, the late 1990s. That shows Sports Science in the early to mid 2000s, right? They had an episode where it's like, do girls really hit less hard than men? We're gonna find out. And if you watch that episode, you notice that, like, they're having the guy who is an Olympic boxer, right? People who are not known for being told or taught how to throw hard, right? They had him go in there and they had him just throw a straight right, just right down the middle, right? What did they have Lucia Riker do? They had her walk in, right? They had her switch stances to gain momentum, and then they had her throw a rounded punch, which a rounded punch where you're generating power with literally everything is going to be a million times harder than a straight punch going right down the middle, right? It's going to be a million times harder. And because the most basic thing in the world happened, her punch was harder than the other guys, they were like, oh, that means girls can hit as hard as men. That's what that means. It's not that we rigged the study right in front of your fucking face. It's not that we did that. No. It's that girl power. That's what it is. Girl power, baby. That's right.
Yeah.
You better not forget it.
I would not.
Yeah. Bad things will happen if you forget it. Girls are powerful. Yeah. Get it right. Fucking. Nah, jokes aside, I don't, I don't hit my wife unless she makes me mad. No, that's a joke. That's a joke. But that's a joke. I don't hit you, right?
No.
All right. Thank you for not feeding into the joke more.
Yeah, no.
All right. Now watching the female Muay Thai matches on One are pretty interesting. Not that they could challenge Mighty Mouse or anything. Yeah, and I'm sure the female Muay Thai matches are fun, but they're probably not as they're not as technically sound as the men. But female Muay Thai is probably more entertaining and closer to male Muay Thai than female boxing is to male boxing, if we're being honest. And that's because Thai men are like 5'5", 5'6", 5'7". Like the tallest of them are like 5'8", 5'9", and shit like that. To my understanding, right? They're very small people. Excuse me. And because of this, Muay Thai was created by and for small guys, right? And that's why you don't see as technical of a fight when you go higher up. Which is why, if you think of kickboxing, if you think of heavyweight kickboxing or heavyweight Muay Thai, you're not thinking of Lumpini Stadium, you're not thinking of Rajadamnern Stadium, you're thinking of K1 in Japan. Like, Japan was the mecca for heavyweight kickboxing and Muay Thai for a long time. And that's because in Thailand, they don't even bother with heavyweight or super heavyweight or anything like that. Right? The heaviest weight they have, I think, is like 160 or 165 pounds. That's the heaviest weight they got. They don't have anything else. They're not interested in it. And that's because they know that, like, okay, we're getting to a point where we have these 240-pound guys, and they're not using sweeps in the way that we do here. They're not using clinch work in the way that we do here. We want to see that beautiful, flowing, jab, cross to the body, knee, elbow, sweep, and then dude gets back up, pull the shorts up. That dude comes back, cross to the body, hook to the head, low kick, stabbing elbow up the middle. Like, that's what they want to see. They don't want to just see, like, bang, 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 and then low kick, right? Like, slow lumbering, That's what they're really more interested in, right? That's what high-level Muay Thai is, right? High-level heavyweight Muay Thai is what their like basic Muay Thai would be in Thailand, I guess, if that makes any sort of sense, right? The things that they're doing there. Not to say that heavyweight fighting is like, it's not as good as the smaller weights. No, there is a lot of technical stuff and a lot of things that you can do at heavier weights that aren't really the same as what you can do at a lighter weight. But I'm just explaining why the Thais don't have 6'2", 240-pound guys at Lumpini, right? I heard you tell John to look up Raymond Deckers in the garage. I loved to hear the reference. Yeah, I always say Ramon or Raymond. It's whatever comes out first. Yeah, I mean, I love Raymond Deckers, and he brought that Dutch style to Thailand, right? After, like, Thailand, in Thailand, they're using a lot of kicks and things like that. And this is another difference between heavyweight Muay Thai and, you know, not heavyweight Muay Thai, lighter weight Muay Thai. Muay Thai is a kicking art. Everything is meant to basically come back to your kicks, right? At least most schools, that's the way they do it, right? The Dutch, because they're a Western country, they had Western boxing a lot earlier than Thailand did. And because of this, they took it and they combined it with Kyokushin to make Dutch kickboxing. And then when they ended up getting introduced to Muay Thai, they worked that in too. So the Dutch have their own system that really creates some of the best kickboxers that you will ever see. Like, I would hate to take a fight and figure out that there's some guy who's like 2-0, 3-0 in Holland, right? That'd be like, fuck, dude, I am in for it right now. Because even if I was like 5-0, 6-0, even if I was 5-0, 6-0 here, that's not the same as 2-0, 3-0 in Holland. If you're 2 or 3-0 in Holland, that's like, ooh, that guy might be some trouble for me. That guy might be some trouble, you know? But enough jerking off the Dutch, all right? Yeah, like I would love to see some female Muay Thai on one. You know, Stamp Fairtex, I've heard good things about her. I think people kind of fell in love with her persona a little bit, which, I mean, that's going to happen with girls, but, I'd like to see her fight. You know, I'd definitely like that. But like when it comes to female boxing, it's just like, yeah, whatever, bro. I'm not that into it. Female ice skating isn't half bad. Yeah, and that's because women are lighter and they're a little bit more agile. The way that their bodies are created, right? The way that their bodies are made. And because of this, they are relegated to the trick people, right? If that makes sense. You're not seeing men doing the same tricks in ice skating as women, right? It's not, it's just not something that you see that much of. There is overlap, obviously, but there's a reason why in doubles it's not the woman holding up the man and things like that. I'm just taking a look at here. I'm going to have to get out of here soon. It was a nice, probably about 2-hour stream. That wasn't that bad. My back is like killing me for some reason. I don't even know why. I'm going to have to like stretch it out and like, lay down or something like that. Now watching the Vima. Oh, I already read that. My favorite Dutchman is Bas Rutten. Yeah, Bas Rutten is Boss's fights are fun to watch. He's fun to watch. I wish he did more MMA, not just pancrase, because I want to see him throwing punches at the head. I know he's done some legitimate MMA, right? But he's mainly known for his pancrase days when it comes to that stuff, But yeah. So I'll go ahead and get out of here in a minute. If any Christian Russo, when is the fight? Dude, you missed the fight. Legit, you missed the fight. I'm winding down right now. Dude. I mean, I'm sure you can see it still if you look up, the Misfits Boxing YouTube channel. I'm sure they'll have it out there. You can go ahead and take a look. Oh, shit. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here in a minute. If anybody has anything they want to say, anything they want to ask me, I'll go ahead and I'll talk about it and I'll answer and all that other good stuff. Rutten's awesome. Yeah, he really is. My coach got to be an extra in a movie of his. Here Comes the Boom. My coach is in that movie because my coach was trained partially by Mark Delagrati throughout his career. Mark Delagrati is the owner and I would assume head coach still of Sitya Tong in Somerville, Massachusetts. Crew Mark Delagrati. I guess I should be calling him, but yeah, and because of that, they needed extras. So Crew Mark hit up my coach and was like, "Hey, you want to be in a movie?" And you can see him in one of the the scenes, right? I guess it was like a dinner scene or something like that. He said he was like mowing down on some spaghetti and meatballs or something like that. Great stream, Scott. These are great. Keep it up, brother. God bless. Thank you very much, Berserk. I really appreciate it. You know, I'm thinking about streaming for the Jake Paul Nate Diaz fight. If that happens, I'll definitely I'll let everybody know. That's what I'll do. Rutan's liver shots. Yeah, Boss Rutan's liver shots made me want to get good at the liver shot, and I still am pretty decent at it right now. Pancrase is what they had back then, but the grappling was next level. Oh, yeah. You know, that grappling was ridiculous. You know, it just sucked that they couldn't do closed fist to the head. Though it didn't make that much of a difference, but it definitely made a little bit of a difference. Right? Found you through Fish Tank. Really love your content. Keep up the good work. Hey, thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Yeah. Seems like everybody's heading out. You know, thank you, everybody. Thank you, your man, Rob. You know, yeah. Guess that's that. So I'll go ahead. Oh man. I'm turned around like this.